I am Dr. Chakika Williams, affectionately known as Dr. Kiki, the MP, your aesthetic and wellness bestie. I own a medical spa in Orland Park, Illinois, which is about 20 minutes outside of Chicago. I also own a training academy, a medical aesthetics training academy, Sky Rose RCS Medical Aesthetics Academy. And so we pretty much train other medical providers how to do Botox and fillers. I also mentor. So I mentor other nurses and medical providers who want to open up their own med spa. So to date, I've trained over 4,000 medical providers and probably mentored a few dozens and have helped quite a few open up their own spas, with the most recent group of 8 opening up their spas within the last couple months. And then we still have a few that's opening up in the next few months. Under the spa, we're a full service med spa. We pretty much do everything under the aesthetic umbrella: Botox fillers, IV hydration, weight loss, all that good stuff. Then I'm also a national speaker, so I speak at a bunch of aesthetic conferences. We have one this weekend that I'm speaking at. And what else? A mom of 3, a grandmother, all that good stuff.
Yeah, awesome. So how long have you been doing the training side of your business, where you help other nurse practitioners start their med spa or become better injectors?
I started this company 2021. So we're going on 4 years. My first training was February of that year. I started taking on students maybe that spring. We started to expand it more and train nationally 2 years ago under my company. And so it just been growing since then. And so then we ended up creating the digital side of everything to be able to help the masses, because I was on a lot of one-on-ones or small groups.
So we recently did a launch together and you collected about 6 figures in potential revenue. Not all of that was cash collected, but those are still going to come in payment plans. So can you talk me through a little bit about your experience with having that launch and how you kind of feel generally about that launch?
I was really happy. The launch was I didn't expect anything less, but to actually potentially have a 6-figure, I guess you can even say like 2 days. We made hit 6 figures in the 2 days. Although it's like revenue that's coming in, it's possible. It showed that it's possible. All you need is one person to believe in your vision. I have 16 students believe in my vision and trust me. That was just solidification that I am on the right path, that I'm doing the right thing. The process leading up to it was actually cool. We did some webinars weekly basis, and it allowed people to get to know me. And a lot of the things that I heard from the students was how relatable I was, how authentic, how transparent, they saw themselves in me because they saw that I was a real person. So I saw that doing those webinars and then doing the challenge and being able to pour into them in the challenge as well, it just helped them to build that trust factor in me, because it was like they got to know me through the webinars and they liked me. Now they trust me. And it's like, you need that trust factor. So I think the campaign, the way it was set up, allowed for my current students and even future students to actually trust what I'm saying. And I'm not just out here money grabbing, that I care about their future. So I think it was a success, and I'm looking forward to campaign.
Would you say that the trust factor was one of the reasons why the campaign worked really well?
I believe it was the trust. It was definitely the trust factor. And I think it was just, I tend to give myself a lot of credit because I'm super humble, but I think it was just me being me, and just being real with them and just giving them what I know and not gatekeeping. Most people, they get on these challenges and they give them a little bit, like breadcrumb them, and it was just like, I give it to you. I'm going to give it all to you, because at the end of the day, you're still going to need help with implementing everything that I just gave you. Some people can take it and try to figure it out, but eventually you're going to need the assistance, because that's actually one of the things that I tell any entrepreneur. Top 3 things is you need mindset, you need a coach, and you need a community. So you try to do it on our own, but it just makes sense to lock arms with somebody who's already been there.
And have you tried other ways of selling your coaching programs or any of your programs before in the past?
I did. I tried a couple things before I actually found you all, and it wasn't that successful. I mean, we did other campaigns that was really good too, just on the skills side, but I think being able to combine my skills with my business knowledge, I think this was the best thing to do, to be able to offer to the community of people that wants to get into this. But we tried, of course, the typical ads, emails, word of mouth at another agency, but it wasn't as good or as great as the recent experiences.
So, what would you then say is one of the best things about your experience since we started working together and since the things that we've tried in comparison to the other experiences that you had before?
I love that you all take the thought process out of it for me. I have my creativity, my creative flow, but that back end of things, the analytics of the things, the putting it together, not having to worry about all of that takes a lot of weight off of me and allowed me to be in my creative flow. And I think that helps out a lot, because sometimes what I struggle with is what to say and how to say it. And with you guys providing that, and all I have to do is put my touch on it, providing the graphics, managing that back end of everything, I think that's the cherry on top. So that is what sets you apart from my other experiences, because the other experience is more of a do it yourself, and this is more of a do it with you. But you all take like the bulk of it, the main part that requires a lot of thought process. And if I had to be in charge of that, it wouldn't have done anything, because it's like I'm so busy with all of my other hats. It's like to have to do all of that on top of that, I'm like, yeah, it wouldn't work. So that's pretty much my experience.
Sounds good. And then, like, buying that time back to do other things, what would you say, like, buying that time back has allowed you to do?
Be more present with my family, pour more into growing the spa side, because you guys help me on my coaching side. I'm trying to get you guys to do the service side too, but that's another conversation. But it allows me to be more present with trying to build the spa side as well, and just kind of being more present with my family, and then pouring into my personal brand. So my brand strategist has me doing a lot of speaking engagements and pop-up shops. So being able to be available for those opportunities when they exist has actually helped my brand as a whole start to be more visible.
That makes sense. So, if you had somebody else who was trying to build out a funnel that was similar to this one, where they had like the webinars to the challenge to sell a high ticket offer, like, what would you say to that type of person?
To hire you all, not to do it themselves. I mean, it's a great strategy, but don't try to do it themselves. We don't have to do it ourselves.
Yeah, true. Because there's a lot of moving parts, and that's why
It's a lot of moving
people
parts.
don't try to do it. Plus, it also gives you like the leverage of being able to sell that kind of high ticket offer. Like, I think our offer was 8K, and selling that without a sales team was because of how complex the strategy is, how many moving parts we had, how much trust you were able to build.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, what would you say to the team watching this? Because the team is going to watch this. So, is there anything you say
That I am so grateful for everything you guys do. I speak highly of you to everybody that asks me who's doing your ads, who's doing this. I'm always pushing growth junkies. I don't think I would have been able to hit my 6-figure month like I did without you guys being on the team. I'm highly appreciated, and thank you guys so much.
Awesome. Thank you, Zoom, for trusting us. And yeah, that's pretty much it.